Well, hey guys, good Monday morning to y'all. Got my coffee and oatmeal here, working, eating breakfast on the job here. But I got to sharpen some hatchets here, send them out, and I'm going to run you guys through the process. So typically I'll start working and have to eat some breakfast after a few hours because I get kind of hungry. So I've got these little hunter bushcraft hatchets here. I'm pretty excited about these little guys. These are just a nice little size, but 1.3 pound head approximately, so 1 pound 6 ounces. Just a nice size. You can do a lot of stuff with this, and it's such a nice little size that you can choke up on it and use the blade more like a knife if you need to and do some chopping. It's got a nice tight turn in on the handle end here, so you can really maintain your grip well. Nice little size. So anyway, these have a bevel ground on them, and by the bevel I mean this convex. If you can see that there, nice. It's designed for chopping, so for cutting. And of course you can split with it as well, but it's designed for cutting, for chopping wood and other, whatever you need to do, primarily wood. Dressing out game, you could use this on your elk or moose or deer, but the edge is not sharp yet. It is ground on a convex angle down, or convex profile down to 0 essentially. So we've got the good strong edge profile there, but we need to make it sharp, and I'll show you how to do that. So I've got my India combination oil stone here, and I just use WD-40 on it. Now I said these aren't sharp. They are sharp, but they're not as sharp as they're supposed to be. So when I send an axe out, just like the knives, they're going to be shaving sharp. So that's where we're taking it. I mean, you could go chop with this, but we're going to put a real edge on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is, this is actually the finer side of the stone, and I'm going to, based on my convex grind here, we're going to hold this, I don't know, about a 20-degree angle, I suppose. The first thing I'm going to do is really kind of aggressively take off the burr right at the edge here, because the grinding process is going to leave a burr. That's true whether you grind on it after a long time of use. You need to thin that down a little bit, and that's quite a while. But or if you're going to file on it, there's going to be a burr. So we're going to remove that. And I'm just going to start up here at the toe and work my way across the stone so we wear it as evenly as possible, and then just work my way down the edge of the bit here. So back and forth. And you want to do this evenly on both sides. Now I can feel the burr right here because I took it off on this side, and you'll feel it. So now I can feel it on this side because I'm working both sides here. Alright, so now I can feel a burr on this side, not on here. So you want to work that down side to side until that burr is gone. And once I've done this a couple of times, the reason I'm doing this circular motion like this is it allows me to get a lot more coverage. If I just do this, it's going to take a lot more strokes to get the same effect. But once I have gone back and forth with the circular motion a couple of times, then I'll come back, clean that up, and really take the burr off. Once we finish on the smoother side of this India stone, that's probably sharper than 90% of your axes out there already. But like I said, we're going for a shaving sharp edge. And part of the reason is that a very sharp and stropped edge will last longer than a rough, semi-sharp edge. And of course your axe steel is going to be a little bit softer than your knife steel, simply because you're slamming this into wood. It has to be able to withstand that kind of impact and pressure, but that's why we put a nice convex grind on it, and with the right heat treat you are good to go. So understanding the different applications, I don't know, I love steel. It's such a neat material. Okay, so catches the thumbnail. Not feeling, okay, I feel a little bit of a burr right there. I can skim that over again, but there's really very little to no burr at all. Alright, but I'm not going to really get it any smoother on this stone, so we're going to switch up to the Arkansas stone here. One of these days, hopefully sooner than later, I want to get a black Arkansas stone, like the super hard, it's a dark color. I really want to do that. But anyway, Arkansas stone here, and at this point I'm not going to use a circular motion because now we're just honing. We're not really trying to knock a burr off that's any size. We're just honing the steel. So it's sharper still, as you would expect. And you just want to go until it's not getting any smoother or sharper, I guess. So, you know, there's a point to where I won't get any more out of this. But you shouldn't be feeling any burr at this point. And it should be approaching, yeah, it'll take some hair off, so it should be approaching shaving sharp at this stage. So at this point you could go just use this, and it's very sharp. It's going to work very well, and I wouldn't have any problem using it like this. But we're going to go one step further and strop it. Okay, so this is the strop that I've been using. I'm actually been working on developing a strop to, it's nothing new and innovative. There's you know, strops out there, but making that available to you guys because a number of you have asked about, you know, how do I get my knives as sharp as they are and so forth, and you know, you have to perform the right steps leading up to this strop, but this is sort of the final piece of the puzzle. So having a nice wood base with your leather cemented to that. So anyway, that's something I'm working on. Anyway, so we're gonna strop this, and again, start it. It can be the heel or toe, it doesn't matter, but you're gonna work, you know, you're gonna rotate that bit to where you get the entire edge contacting the strop as you move across. Not all at the same time, obviously. Did that make sense? I don't know. You want to rotate it so that the entire edge is contacted in succession. And you know, this is the compound that I use is called Mother's, where'd it go here? This is the compound that I use. It's magnesium and aluminum polish. But But the reason I use it is because it's so fine. It's a very fine polishing agent, and I find that it does an excellent job. You know, if you're starting with a nice sharp knife, as you should, it just polishes it very fine. And I don't add compound very often because I just find you don't need to, and it continues to polish. So what this is doing, this leather, I've got it on this rubber, hard rubber board here, so there's maybe a little bit more give to it than normal even, but when you're drawing this edge across the strop, the leather's actually, you know, depressing a little bit, so it's kind of, you know, curling up around that edge, and that's how it removes the burr so effectively and just polishes that edge to a nice, microscopically, a nice rounded edge instead of some kind of jagged, you know, pointy mountain peak looking thing under the microscope. And that very, you know, at the microscopic level, that rounded edge is going to be the strongest and longest lasting on your knife or axe, particularly when using for wood, chopping, cutting wood, carving, etc. So that's how I do it, and we now have a shaving sharp little hand axe, and you can go take care of yourself in the backwoods or in the backyard or whatever, and there you have it. Alright guys, there you have it. Quick little video today. I just thought I'd throw that out there for you so that you can hopefully be helpful to you as you're maintaining your tools and using them. So there you go. Got to get these rest of these sharpened up and sent off in the mail. If by chance you are interested in one of these guys or a bigger axe, the best way to do that to get one is to go to my website at firecreekforge.com, scroll down, sign up for the email list, make sure you confirm your email, because I send out emails when we have a little batch of these ready. So as always, thank you for watching. We will see you on the next video.